Okay, so just for funsies, I've got
For funsies.
these are my these are my it started out as my top 20, but now it's 23 because fuck you, I don't care. No particular order either, but these are my top matches, and you should go watch them if you haven't seen them already.
I want to see if I've seen any of these matches.
Oh, you've seen some because I brought two up already.
Okay.
CM Punk versus John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011.
I've seen that.
Great match. The ending spectacular. And then Rob Van Dam, Jerry Lynn, Living Dangerously, 1999. Yep. And then they had another match at Living Dangerously or Hardcore Heaven 2000, I think. That's also very good.
I believe so, yes.
Kevin Owens NXT debut against CJ Parker. NXT Fatal 4-Way main event.
Yep.
This one's fantastic. Pentagon Jr. versus Vampiro at Ultima Lucha 1.
Was that the where Vampiro was Vampiro?
Yeah.
Okay, and not his.
Yeah, not his human self.
That's where he came out with the
anti-Pope outfit and
yes.
Yeah.
I go back on YouTube and all that just to watch that interest because that interest right there alone just gives me chills.
Such a good match though. And it actually showed how good they both were because obviously Vampiro's older. He can't wrestle like he used to.
Right.
But at no point did the match feel slow.
No.
And I mean, like, if you know what you're looking for, you can tell Pentagon is physically carrying it, but Vampiro is like he's carrying the psychology. And they're making it work because Pentagon is working around his physicality, but Vampiro you can tell Vampiro has paced the match because Pentagon is normally a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess there was some, not controversy, but I think, and I noticed it, because I remember Jericho, I think he said on his podcast, he was like, I watched a match with the Lucha Brothers and like they missed a tag and it pissed me off. So I gave them an earful when they came back and told them to slow the fuck down and like make sure what they were doing made sense. And then literally I was like, oh, because I noticed a difference in their in-ring work.
Well, but that's the thing is like in Mexico.
Oh, I know. Watching AAA is like watching a car crash.
Well, that's the thing. Like in Mexico, you don't have to tag.
Right. Because it's just a free-for-all.
Right.
Which, for some reason, in Lucha Underground, it worked. But when I watch AAA, it's like, everything's so damn fast. Even switching the camera angles is too damn fast. Like, they need to slow down. Because they're doing all this cool stuff, but you miss half of it.
Well, and the other thing is when you do watch AAA, especially back in the day when I was younger and watching it, especially at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because I would watch. They would have an hour of CMLL, and then an hour of AAA.
Yep.
The whole show, both of them, because they got so many dang wrestlers, they're all like 6-man.
Yeah, they're all. Yep. Anyway, keeping going. The junior heavyweight championship fatal 4-way at Wrestle Kingdom 12, which I believe was Kushida, Hiromu Takahashi, Will Ospreay, and I forget the fourth one.
See, I have not seen that match.
Oh, that's so good.
I need to see that one.
Yeah. And then another one is Kushida versus Hiromu Takahashi at Dominion of that same year.
Okay.
Awesome match. This one you have seen. Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate, NXT TakeOver Chicago for the WWE UK title.
Yep.
One of the best matches ever. And I remember being shocked because I didn't know who either of these two were. And I was like, that's random. I'm like, oh, I get it. That should have been the main event, but whatever. Asuka versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania New Orleans. Which was the best match on the card. Fight me. I don't care. Yeah, it legit was the best match on the card.
I've seen it, but
yeah, that WrestleMania was not a very good one.
Buddy of mine was there.
Oh yeah,
a few buddies of mine were there.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's their first time going to WrestleMania. I'm like, you sons of bitches.
That whole pay-per-view pissed me off.
Well.
But anyway, NXT TakeOver New Orleans. The first ever North American Championship ladder match.
Oh, God, yes.
So, I went into that match rooting for Ricochet. And, like, don't get me wrong, he did awesome. But Velveteen Dream brought it in that match.
I, we're going to get back on topic, but I just want to say this right now. Velveteen Dream, I feel bad for you because you don't know how to keep your mouth shut and you're a good worker. You need to learn to work.
I disagree. I think he works just fine.
No, he knows how to work, but
Yeah.
with the whole like putting his number on his
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. All right. So then Rob Van Dam, John Cena, One Night Stand 2006.
It was an okay match.
I thought it was a great match. The ending just kind of, but
Well,
I thought that was kind of cheap, but I know what they were doing. It's like, oh, we can't have an ECW guy beat the WWE's Golden Boy clean.
but they had to set it up for the ECW
Right.
reboot.
Right.
That sucked.
Then Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly at Wrestle Kingdom 11 for the Ring of Honor title.
Oh,
That was a damn good match because, like, Kyle O'Reilly just, I mean, they both brought it, but that match, you just felt like they fucking hated each other. I mean, they brought, same with the Kushida Takahashi match.
yeah.
Like, you just got the sense that they fucking wanted to hurt each other. And that, like, it felt real. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Wrestle Kingdom 11
Okay.
for the IWGP. Then we got Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada, Dominion 2017. Will Ospreay versus Kushida at Wrestling Dontaku 2018. Cody versus Nick Aldis at All In for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. I was in the crowd. Ooh. That should have been the main event.
It should have, but
it was, I wouldn't say its placing was inappropriate either. It felt right.
right.
But it was definitely the biggest match.
It was, but I understood why that 6-man.
I get it. Yeah, I like, it's not a hill I would die on.
But obviously you knew. But no, not to get off topic, but what sucked about that whole night though is I understand why they had all those matches they did.
Yep.
But some of those matches could have been cut a little shorter.
Yeah, but
Well,
they made
that
it work.
main event was rushed.
Yeah, that's the only. And I forget which match went over. It was one specifically. I want to say it was the.
I think it was Kenny's.
I think they went over a little, but I think Skrull and Okada went over a lot.
Oh.
I think, I'm not sure. I read somewhere, but holy crap! All In, very close to being a perfect wrestling show. Like, I had zero complaints, and I don't really know. Maybe having a little bit more time for that last main event
Right.
would have been the only thing. Let's see. Then we got Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr. at All In. All right. And then we got the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix versus the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing. That was a hell of a good match.
Mm-hmm.
And then another really good match, which I think I have it. I just got to... Okay, now I've got it, so it's later. Then we got Cody versus Dustin Rhodes at Double or Nothing.
Yes.
That was a hell of a match.
Yep.
Undertaker versus Jeff Hardy, undisputed title match, Raw in 2002. Yeah,
Bad boy.
That's a hell of a match. Then we got possibly the best tag team match I've ever seen, at least in recent history.
Right.
Young Bucks versus Hangman Page and Kenny Omega at AEW Revolution,
Okay.
which was a hell of a pay-per-view.
Okay.
Nick Jackson versus Rey Fenix on AEW Dynamite.
Okay.
That was just a random one, but I was like, oh, that's going to be good. They tore the house down. Oh, I had Cody versus Dustin Rhodes, so it's only 22. I had Cody and Dustin on there twice.
Oh.
So, yeah. Them's my top matches, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.